Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Content Corner. Thank you very much for joining me. My name's Andy from Global Ecommerce Experts, and we're here to successfully expand you into the EU, making you the next category king. Now, you have to apologize. It's dress down day here in the office. It's Friday. We've managed to lose yesterday. I didn't have time to do the content corners, so I'm managing to catch up with those today. But what I'm going to give you today's content corner is from a webinar we did this week. And we were talking about the changes, Brexit, VAT. We're also talking about things like, the trends, the changes, and also, more importantly, the different things that are happening and that's going to be important for 2021. So here's a little snippet from that. I hope that's going to be super useful, and I'll catch you on the other end. Thank you very much. Move on. So let's talk about e-commerce in Europe. I think the key things to discuss here are, what does it actually look like? And I think the key thing is to understand is that the volume of the market, both how many people have internet access, so 95% of Europeans have it. There's 742 million people in Europe, and you can see that massive orange area. And, there's a lot of thoughts about what Europe actually is. Where does Europe cover? Where does it not cover? And I think if we look through some of that, there's some massive areas that Europe is. 742 million, I mean, that's a lot of people. Now, that's taking into consideration a lot of countries in different places, all right? GDP, key one, 29 trillion. And I think that the levels of usage vary country to country. So like the UK and Germany, if you think about Amazon, and a lot of our sellers we work with operate on many marketplaces. But you take Amazon as an example, the UK and Germany accounts for 2/3 of all sales on the European marketplace. Now, that's a huge amount. That's absolutely vast. So when you start looking at that data and drilling down into that data, it doesn't take long to identify and realize that actually there's some markets that are much, much stronger. And therefore, well, with broadly 60, 70 million people in Germany and the UK, it's 140 million people. Well, 140 million people know that, there's not 742 billion people actually actively buying. They might have they might have a internet, but how many of them are actually buying on marketplaces? And actually getting access to all of those is very, very tricky. But there are countries that you cannot basically work with that make that much easier. Now, obviously, Amazon's sewn that up with the PAN-EU and European Fulfillment Network and the UK, all being as part of some different networks. And that works really, really well. So that's where Amazon's sewn that up. But just because Amazon's sewn that up, that doesn't mean to say there's other marketplaces that aren't relevant. We're going to come on to those as we go through. So the average spend, depending on what marketplace you're on, depending on which country, is going to vary from 100 to 500 euros per year. So, don't forget that the majority of people are buying their Christmas shopping online and everything else. And that's really, really key. So that's the next piece. We know there's a mass market there. We know people are spending money online. Guys, hope that was super useful. Thank you very much for listening. My name's Andy from Global Ecommerce Experts, and we're here to successfully expand you into the EU. If that's been useful, then please get in contact. We'd love to support your expansion and support you through that pathway. Let us know, and we'll be in touch on another content corner very soon. Thank you very much.